And we are recording right now, so I'll go ahead and give you an introduction.
All right.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am here today with Christine Martin from Cruising with Christine, and you have a YouTube channel as well, right?
I do. Same name.
We'll go ahead and we'll put that. I don't know if it'll be down here or up here, but we'll put that link in the bio as well. You need to subscribe to that. She is doing tons of, has been doing tons of cruising. I guess you're on a little bit of a cruise hiatus right now. Christine's
Little break.
actually my travel agent, and just as a quick story, she booked us an Alaskan cruise, and we don't really know what's going on with that right now for our 20th anniversary. But something I appreciated, because why work with a professional? I could do everything myself, right? Well, the prices of the cruise actually dropped, and she caught that, and she called the cruise line and got me a credit for the difference on the cruise. And I don't know if you do that for everyone or it's just special for me. But anyways, it's just there's lots of reasons to work with a cruise professional. She's my cruising agent, and hey, if you guys ever looking at doing cruising in the future, Christine is awesome for that. You're awesome, right?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take
Cool.
it.
All right. So the big thing Christine wants to share with us today is she's got 5 tips for us for in the future when you are cruising again to stay healthy on cruise ships. She also has some tips on choosing cabins and just generally, Christine. I know you're super plugged into the industry. You get all those super secret special calls, and you were on one yesterday. Is there anything new at all that you can share with us on what's happening in the travel industry or the cruise industry in particular?
Well, regarding suspending operations, that's really the only thing happening right now. And some of the cruise lines have extended that through May 11th. Carnival will decide on Monday. We'll hear whether they're extending. I would expect they will. So I think most of the cruising suspensions will continue through May 11th. And some of the Alaskan cruises, if not all, are going to be canceled through July. So,
Ooh, well, I guess yay for health, but ours is supposed
well,
to be in June. Christine and I talked before we did this interview part about plans for that, and she's got some good advice for me on that. But anyways, it's kind of wait and see right now.
exactly. And that's what I'm telling everybody. If you have a cruise booked right now, just wait. Let the cruise line cancel, because you're going to have more options for getting your money back or future cruise credits where they're going to beef that up and give you more than you paid. So just sit on it and wait and see what happens.
All right, sounds good. Okay, cool. So let's say we do get through on our cruise. What are your 5 tips to keep us healthy?
Okay. Well, I've advocated for this type of hygiene for a long time. You can go to my YouTube channel and I've talked about it. So this isn't new to me, although there are a few little tweaks probably. Top 5. So first would be sanitizing. And everybody's been doing it, and on cruise ships we've been doing it for a long time. If you cruise, wash your hands before you go into any of the dining venues. Also carry a little sanitizer. My husband carries one, a really tiny one. That way he can put it in his pocket. And also outside the buffets, a lot now on the ships, they actually have sinks. So washing with soap and water is better than sanitizer, but you're going to get that sanitizer all over the ship. So sanitizing. Also use the like the Lysol wipes when you go into your cabins. You should do this in hotels also, rental cars, anything like that. Sometimes people don't think about it, but you take one of those and wipe everything down. Usually it's clean. Yes, they do clean before you go in, but it's happened before where I've come back with a dirty, wipe. So do it, all the little knobs in the bathroom, everywhere. So that would be number 1.
Sanitize.
Sanitize.
All right.
Sanitize and wash with soap and water. Like, don't just use sanitizer.
Got it.
Also, one little tip about that: if you walk into a bathroom and they're out of soap, take your sanitizer, put it in your hand, wash it around your hands just like soap, and then rinse it off. It is acceptable to do that.
Good call.
Yeah. Number 2, try not to push buttons in elevators or on those interactive maps. I actually started carrying Kleenex, and I've seen other people do it too, and just a little barrier between you and the buttons. If you don't have that, just use your knuckle and sanitize, obviously, when you get done pushing those buttons. you do forget to not do it. So best thing is get on the elevator and let somebody else push the button. There's always helpful people willing to do
Nice.
that.
Yeah, should we do the elf thing and like just
Or, yeah,
light 'em
right.
all up?
Right, exactly. One time our elevator kept hitting every floor and I didn't know what was going on. I was leaning against the panel. So yeah,
Whoops.
that wasn't me.
Just Doug.
um, it was definitely Doug. Let's see. Number 3, please do use handrails. I hear people putting up their suggestions and they're always saying, do not touch the handrails. I understand that because they're filthy, but, and they can clean them all day long. Hundreds of people are touching them. Use the handrails. Ships move and they can heave suddenly, and it's better to have to sanitize or stop in the bathroom and wash your hands than get a broken leg. So use the handrails, please.
Gotcha. I guess you're going down to the infirmary with a broken leg. You got a better chance of catching some kind of flu on your way down there.
Exactly. Good point. Number 4, keep your hands off your face. And it seems so simple, but we all do it. We watch all these news conferences now. How many times are they constantly touching their face?
Yeah.
So it's hard to modify your behavior on that, but it's very possible to do. It does take a long time, but need to do that and keep your hands out of your mouth. A lot of people doing that. So that will be huge in keeping you from getting sick right there.
Awesome.
And number 5 is, and a lot of people might not like this, I would stress this during flu season, limit or don't go to the buffet. Casinos, be very conscious. If you're going to go to the casino and the buffet, be very mindful of your surroundings and your hands and your sanitation. Take a break and wash. Also, if you don't go to the buffet, you can take advantage of a lot of dining venues that are complimentary on the ship that you might not be doing because you're going to the buffet. So those are 2 hot spots where you can really pick up germs quick.
No, it makes a lot of sense. I know Anne-Marie had already made very clear that we were not planning to hit the buffet, that we were going to be making use of all those other free dining options.
Exactly. And
I'm
some
okay
ships
with that.
some ships have more, the complimentary dining than others, but they're there. NCL happens to have a lot of dining options.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah. So take advantage of them. Start doing something that you otherwise weren't doing.
Awesome.
So that's my top 5.
All right, you kept us healthy there. Now I know you also said that you had prepared three tips for choosing cabins.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and do that too. Why not? We got you here.
Okay. So 3 of my most important tips for choosing a cabin. First and foremost, you need to know how many people are going on the cruise because not all cabins are created equally in capacity. And not just capacity, but some people don't think about it and they book a balcony and they have toddlers and then they're just not comfortable. They end up locking that door and not opening it for the entire cruise. And you just spent maybe $600 to $1,000 more for a balcony you can't use. Because they do get uncomfortable about a toddler being, able to open that door. So you want to know who's going to be in the cabin, how many people are going to be in the cabin. Maybe you need 2 cabins and then you need, what is it called? Connecting.
Right.
Connecting rooms. So that's a good reason to book early. You can book as much as 2 years in advance. So you can have a good pick of all the cabins that are available. So that would be my number 1. Know who's going and what type you would need because of that. And number 2 would be if you're mobility challenged or you just don't like walking miles and miles a day, make sure you get an aft cabin.
Get a what?
So an aft, at
Oh,
the back of the
got
ship, back of the ship cabin. Most of your dining venues, not all of them, but most of them, and your entertainment, your activities are in the aft of the ship. There are a lot in the midship as well, but dining, pool, these things are in the aft. Theaters, a lot of times, they're in the aft. So if you get an aft cabin, you hop in the elevator and you pretty much are there. You're not going to have to do all that walking.
Nice.
So that would be number 2. Number 3, look at the deck plans. And these are all good reasons to have a travel advisor because we know all of these things and we'll make sure that we ask you these questions. But if you're going to do it on your own, look at the deck plan. My main thing is make sure that you have cabins above you and below you.
Huh.
Don't go
Oh, you don't want the
underneath.
nightclub under you?
Exactly. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. Right. Right. So make sure what's above and below. And you might want to be midship also for movement. You know, it is a good place to be for less movement. So, so yeah, look at your deck plans and know where your location is.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate that. Hey, share with us your favorite, I don't know, is it fair to say favorite cruise line? Can you say that, or would that get you in trouble with some of the other cruise lines?
Well, I mean, I've been on 6 cruise lines personally. And I mean, I could probably put them in order. I love them all. I honestly love them all. I guess I love them more. How about if I tell you Doug's favorite cruise line?
That
No,
works.
yeah, not me. Doug's is hands down Disney. We do not cruise with kids. At least we haven't yet. And he still loves Disney. Disney's his absolute favorite for a number of reasons. They do adults well. If anybody wants to know more about that, contact me. I have got a ton of stories that can explain to you why Disney does cruising right. So,
Excellent. That's great. Cool. Yeah, we've done Disney twice, I think, but it's been a long time now that the kids are older, and we didn't even think of it for just Anne Marie and I, but that's interesting too. We'll chat about that another time about
yeah,
why it's fun for just the adults. The service is
sure.
amazing for Disney. We can't, I mean, nothing else like it, right?
Right. Well, they
Well,
do it well.
excellent. Yeah, I can't say nothing else like it because then, you know, I get it. I get it.
Well, in the cruise industry, you know, they're very similar products one to the other, but they have their little nuances, and Disney definitely does.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
What's your favorite cruising memory?
You know, I thought a lot about that, and I get asked that question a lot, so
A
I put a lot
favorite.
of thought into it. What's that?
A favorite then.
Well, what I can say is when I think about my favorite cruise memory, you know, I think about like the cruises I've taken with friends, and we've gone to these private, amazing beaches on excursions and
Mm,
things, just once in a lifetime memories. And those are awesome. And snorkeling in Belize with Doug or in Cozumel, like these are great memories. But as good as they are, my best memories are my sunrises and sunsets on the ship. Just
interesting.
hands down. I get balconies almost every time, and I still have found that my favorite thing to do is to get up when the ship's sleeping, go grab a coffee, go sit somewhere and watch the sun come up. There is nothing. I go to hotels and I get beach, you know, view rooms so I can watch a sunset and there or sunrise, and they're beautiful, but it's not the same.
Huh.
So
Awesome.
that's my favorite. And dinners, amazing dinners watching the sunset. It's just, yeah, nothing like it.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, thank you very much, Christine. Appreciate you and appreciate you keeping us all informed. Again, you can subscribe to her YouTube thingy here somewhere. And gosh, there's no reason not to work with it. We should do like a top 5 myths or something like that. And I bet you people think, you know, it's going to cost more. I'm not going to get as good a deal, or, you know, there's all kinds of myths circulating out there. I know as a realtor, I've got to deal with my own as well.
Right.
So let's do another one sometime on why to work with a travel professional, with a
That would
travel.
be great. Yeah.
We won't jump into it right now, but if you guys are looking to travel at all, if you especially cruising, call Christine because she knows the stuff. She knows where those private beaches are. She knows the excursions. She knows all that kind of stuff. And I know everyone likes to click around and look at stuff, but hey, if you can even send you to the right direction and eliminate the waste of time stuff. I keep saying stuff. Eliminate all those time wasters for you. Just how much more time can you put into the really good stuff that's out there? But anyways, appreciate it, Christine. Appreciate you, and look forward to figuring out what's going to happen with our Alaskan thing coming up.
We will stay tuned with the
Awesome.
rest of the world.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Cool. All right. And I'll just cut it there.
Okay. All right.
Awesome. Well,
Awesome.
appreciate it. That we should try to probably myth bust some of those things. I'm sure there's a lot of them.
Yeah, I know. I have talked about this before. I know I've got YouTube videos and probably blog posts about the reasons you should use a travel agent. So I'd be happy to talk about it sometime.
Awesome. How are you feeling?
Much better. I still have a cough, but the doctor gave me some pills that I take, and it helps.
Do
So,
you think it was Corona?
I do, but here's the thing. I think I might have got it back in February when I went on Sunshine
Interesting.
because yeah, I thought I had bronchitis from being around smoking. And I really did. But then, the more I hear about everything, I realize it started with that dry cough and I had it and then I thought I got better and went on the cruise and then I got the loss of smell.
Yeah, I've read about that. That's so weird. Like you were trying to
Yeah.
smell stuff.
I was seriously, I would go try to find something, what has a strong smell. And it was killing me because there was nothing
Huh.
at all. And then I heard it on the news and I heard something else yesterday. I know I posted it. I can't remember now what it was, but oh, the red eye. See, I had the red eye, and this is why I decided maybe I did get it on the cruise and on Sunshine. I remember sitting next to a woman and her and I both had a red eye. And we commented on it. And she said, I haven't been feeling very well. And I said, yeah, I got bronchitis from being near smokers and our eyes, both of them looked like conjunctivitis. So I don't know. I don't know, but the doctor she told me that I had a weird respiratory problem that she couldn't identify and that I wasn't the only person. She said, I'm putting it in as the flu, but I wouldn't be surprised if I was to go back later and change those all to Corona. So,
Huh.
yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing how many people out there that are probably asymptomatic or like you that don't get, that, which is encouraging, I think, for the fatality rates. It just
Right.
shows
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
maybe things are a
I
little
have a
bit.
I have a friend in Ireland that I talked to yesterday. We were actually talking live, and he said, "Oh my gosh, my country just got shut down as of midnight tonight." Really? He said, "Yeah." And then about 10 minutes later, he said, "Oh my gosh, the military is on the streets." And I asked him to send me pictures, and he said he would. I just got a video from him while we were talking,
Huh.
so I'm going to watch it. But yeah, it's crazy and they don't even have that many. Infected or deaths, but their hospital, their medical system, their healthcare system is so bad, it's collapsing already.
Huh.
So, yeah,
Interesting.
yeah.
All right. Well, appreciate it. I'll get this thing edited up and posted later today, and of course, send you the links and all that. And feel free, if I can send you this video if you want to edit for yourself, for your YouTube channel or whatever too. Doesn't matter to
Okay,
me.
sure.
I'm wide
Yeah,
open.
that'll be fun. All right, great.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
All right, thanks. Bye.
Bye.